Okay, let's go.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, welcome back to the M&G Outdoors YouTube channel. I know it has been a while since I posted, but a lot has gone on since I have posted, so there's going to be like a little bit of story time here to start, and then I'm going to kind of go over some of the new products that I'm going to be running for 2025, this upcoming season. So I guess I'll kind of just get right into it. I don't remember... I think one of the last videos I made on this channel that you guys probably watched was the RIP TKO arrow build that I did. That video was posted quite a while ago. I did do, obviously, my 2024 hunting season. I did successfully harvest a bow buck, but if you're not following me on social media, on either Facebook or Instagram, there was an interesting recovery story with that bow buck that I never made a video update about yet or anything. I was going to do like a hunt recap, but unfortunately I didn't get the kind of footage that I was hoping for, and that was kind of due to the nature of the incident. So I did shoot a buck, I believe it was like October 10th or something around that. I don't remember the dates exactly. But anyway, I shot a nice 9-point buck, and then upon we had to let it sit overnight. We had decent blood, but not enough convincing blood to pursue it any farther that night, so we backed out. I'd considered calling tracking dogs, but then I decided against it and was like, well, we could probably just find it with people. So I ended up inviting out one of my friends to come on the recovery that next day. So I believe it was a Thursday I shot that deer, and then we went out for recovery that Friday, and we ended up recovering the deer. He only maybe went 50 yards past where he found last blood that Thursday night, so he probably expired that night, and we just didn't go far enough to find him. But anyway, upon recovery, we were going out of the woods, and we were using a 4-seater UTV, and we were trying to back out of a dug road, and unfortunately we got too close to one of the side hills, and ultimately we flipped the UTV a couple times. Me and my dad weren't wearing seatbelts, but we usually don't wear seatbelts when riding on UTVs on our own property per se, or my uncle's property, because usually we're obviously being safe and there's no really need to. My wife and my buddy, obviously, as I said, were with us. Thankfully, they were both in the back seats. They were wearing their seatbelts, thankfully. Anyway, we rolled probably 20, 25 feet down an embankment. My dad got ejected. He was okay for the most part, some bruising. My wife and my buddy were okay. They were both seatbelted in. Unfortunately, I did get the brunt of the accident. I got ejected from the UTV, kind of, toward one of the end of the rolls, and the UTV pinned me across my hips. And in the moment I thought that I was paralyzed or that I broke my legs. Thankfully, that did not happen. I was med-flighted by Gunderson, and the Cataract first responders came out, and Norwalk first responders came out and kind of checked me out, and I ended up getting med-flighted to, at the time, Gunderson Lacrosse with life-threatening injuries. Yeah, so that was an interesting recovery. Thankfully, nothing was broken. I had no internal damage, no paralysis, nothing like that. I just had a lot of really severe bruising, obviously, and I was in pain for quite a while. I am fully healed from that now. Like I said, along with that, I have also sold my old bow setup, which you guys may have seen a couple videos. That was the V3X from Mathews. So that has been sold, and I've recently upgraded. Still staying within Mathews, obviously. Not that I'm get paid to or anything. I just It's a bow that I like to shoot, so I'm going to stick with the brand that's most comfortable to me. So there will be a video coming for that soon. But mainly the premise of this video now is, along with getting a new bow, I have kind of started to upgrade a little bit of my gear here and there. I guess you could say I'm kind of joining a hype train, or I guess whatever you might want to call it. But the premise of this video is to go over what will be my new arrows going into the 2025 season. I have decided to try out the UltraView 1Ks from the partnership that Victory just made with UltraView this past August, and they released some arrows. So these are going to be the arrows that I'm going to be running for the 2025 bow season. I never made a video on my old arrows, so I'll kind of go over that here real quick. The old arrows that I were running were the RIP TKOs by Victory as well. I had two different setups, I guess you could call it. All my arrows were made the same, basically. The 50 grain insert, 100 grain field point, shot 100 grain broadheads. The only difference is some of them were fletched with the crispy, I think they're the boning vanes that he run, or that's the brand he goes through, and his wraps, versus some of the setups were, I think these were like the knock-on wraps, but the AA Max Stealths, but I also fletched them with the Arizona Easy Max, so these were like the Max Helical arrows, versus on these ones, it was more of just a slight offset with the Bitzenberger jig. So these are more like ones that I use for 3D stuff. I did intend to use the AE Max setup for hunting, but I did shooting my 2024 buck with these arrows, which these are also the 400 spine. They are the 1000th straightness arrows from Victory, the V1 form. So that is kind of what I ordered along the lines with the UV1Ks. Obviously, these are within 1,000 straightens of each other. Obviously, I don't have an arrow straightener to actually test that, or I don't have a spine thing to test that. But I did bump up to the 350 spines this year. Just gonna try them out, see how they fly. I did cut these shorter than what those RIP TKOs were cut to. I believe the RIP TKOs were cut to 27 or 27 and a half. These I got cut to 26 carbon to carbon. So just, I guess, including the knock and then including the field point, I think it bumps up to barely 27 or maybe 27 and a half inches overall. And my draw length is 27 inches. So this arrow basically come right to the front of the riser. So along with it being 350 spine, it'll be cut a little short per se, shorter than what I usually run. So we're gonna try it out. Hopefully I can get more out of this spine, and it won't be too stiff for me. It sounds like from some of the advice I was getting from other people, the 400s were a little too weak, so the 350s should be more optimal for me anyway. So we're gonna give those a try. And obviously, you guys have probably seen a ton of videos about the 1K arrows. They're custom, obviously all white wrap and the injection molded vanes, along with the obviously new 1K weave. There's really nothing too, I guess, super special about them. Obviously 4.5 millimeter diameter shaft, and then I guess the only difference also for me this year is going from the 50 grain inserts with the RIP TKOs to the 75 grain insert. Still running the 100 grain field points. All my broadheads will be 100 grains again this year, which I'll be making a video on the different brands of broadheads that I'll be testing this year as well. Hopefully, going into this 2025 season, we will be able to do. I'm hoping to get on a few more hunts, especially I might have a buffalo hunt planned in upcoming. It won't be for a while, obviously, until September or October of this year, but I might go up to Montana and shoot a buffalo, so that might be a video to be on the lookout for too. But I will be making just a video on all the broadheads that I shoot on a normal basis. I kind of flip-flop between mechanicals and fixed blades, so that'll be another video coming to the channel, along with one of the next videos coming will be probably the new bow that I got too. Obviously, I'm sure you guys will be interested to see that, hopefully. So there'll be a little breakdown video of everything I got with that new bow once it's fully set up. I just have a few things missing off it yet that I'm also upgrading, and I'll be making a video about as well. So I'll be kind of saving that for their own separate videos. But basically, I said the premise of this video was to go over that I'm going to be trying out these new UV1Ks. Hopefully, sometime here in the near future, I'll at least be shooting them for a little bit of target practice to see how they actually truly fly at some distance. When I did take my bow to the local shop to get it tuned, these did shoot perfect bullet holes. I don't think I only shot 2 or 3 shots through paper and got absolute perfect tears all 2 or 3 times that I did shoot through paper. So that was actually pretty impressive. I know a lot of guys sometimes you're tearing high, tear left, whatever it might be. These actually shot perfect bullet holes. So hopefully that translates into shooting them for a distance, and like when I go to find my sight tapes for my sliders and stuff. So that'd be interesting to see. But yeah, so that's kind of just the premise of this video. Is just a quick little rundown on the arrows that I'm going to be running. And obviously, like I said, I know a lot of people probably already talked about some of the specs and more in depth about these arrows. I don't really know a whole heck of a lot about them. I just know they're kind of supposedly one of the top arrows for the market this year. I know they came out last year in August, but I wasn't able to get my hands on them until just now. So we'll be trying them out for the 2025 season and see how things go for them. And I'm just going to be giving a complete unbiased and honest review of how they go. If they don't fly good for me, they don't fly good for me. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm just going to be trying to be honest and transparent on this channel about the gear that I use and whether I like it or not. I do use a lot of UV products already. I do shoot like the UV button. I have the UV slider and such like that. So I guess you can call me a UV fanboy. I do like UV products. I know that they are on the more expensive side, obviously, and that they're not necessarily cheap products. But there's some stuff that I just don't think you can really sacrifice on price. And I know that I'm pretty sure these arrows come in at $219 per 6-pack, which, I mean, if you're really thinking about it, they're cut, wrapped, fletched, outserts already glued, and they come with field points and nocks. Honestly, I think for $219, you really can't beat that price that much. I'm not going to lie about. I know a lot of people did complain about it, but I feel like for a completely set up arrow build, I mean, even for a 6-pack, that may sound expensive, but I'm sure sometimes where you might pay for bare shaft to wrap and fletch, get nocks, glue and inserts, and field points for your own arrows, you're probably touching about the same price, maybe even a little bit more to do it yourself. So I guess like I said, I really can't complain. And like I said, there's really not much else to say about them right now, other than I pretty much just got them this last Friday. And I think right now it's currently January 5th when I'm making this video. So I got these January 3rd. So like I said, I've only shot them at my local shop through paper, and I'm like pretty much blank bailing when I was like tying my peep and all that stuff on my new bow. But yeah, it's like I said, you guys probably seen many videos on this, so I'm not really going to go in too much. Obviously, if you've ever seen the packaging from UV, it's top notch. I mean, nice magnetic cases. They have a lot of information all about the different components on the arrow in the back, as you can kind of see. Like I said, what I do like the little touch on the inside, the one shot, one kill, little message in there. And like I said, obviously all UV products come with little barcodes, scan for instructions if you're not sure how to use them and stuff. So like I said, these will be interesting to shoot this year in the field. I'm definitely have very high hopes for them, so hopefully they turn out the way that I hope they're going to. And yeah, I guess this would be kind of the first video of probably another mini series I might start. Maybe like call it 2025 prep or something. I know I kind of started that last season and never really went through with it, but hopefully we're going to kind of commit toward the social media and posting and stuff. So whether it's short, like long form videos of like actual hunts or just short little check-ins, I might even start making a bunch of short Facebook shorts or YouTube shorts and reels and stuff too, just to kind of throw out more content your guys' way. That's kind of the plan going in this 2025 season. So be on the lookout for this video whenever it posts. This will kind of be the introduction video of the start of 2025 season. You're probably going to see a lot of range shooting videos with me on the channel this year. I found a couple more 3D courses in my local area that I'm probably going to start shooting a bunch too, just to make sure that my stuff's always dialed. And if I'm trying out new gear, there's no better way than to go out in the field and to shoot some 3D to kind of get used to it and see if the gear's actually worth it. So I guess be on the lookout for a lot of those videos. But the next video that should be coming your way will probably be either the broadhead video for 2025 or it's going to be the actual bow setup video. So be on the lookout for either one of those videos. As always, please like, subscribe, support, any input for video ideas you want me to try, like broadhead testing, like torture testing them, arrow testing, anything you guys might want to see, just kind of leave a comment below in any video that you see posted. And like I said, any likes and subscribers that want to follow along on this channel, just trying to build a little bit of following and get people involved and want them to get excited about being in the outdoors and just kind of live the sporting outdoors life that I love to live every day, and the passion that I have for hunting whitetail and other various animals, and how much I've kind of been deep diving into archery and spending my time with this stuff. So hopefully you guys like the outdoors and archery too, and hopefully you like this channel and like the content that I release. I mean, it's not the most high quality or professional content. Most of this is just being filmed off my phone. So it's not going to be the greatest, but we're kind of going to try and work on building up the content, making it even better for you guys going into this next season. So hopefully we'll get footage of like turkey hunts, bow hunts, any out-of-state hunts and stuff. Maybe like a vlog or anything that we can make out of content. Basically, we're going to try and do this year. So thank you for watching this video so far. I know I've just been kind of rambling, but I just kind of want to give you a little update of why I wasn't posting, because of like the UTV accident I was involved in, and then just kind of going in the new year and obviously holidays with family and stuff. You know, just been busy and haven't been able to make content. But now that we're kind of moving past the new year and into like per se the off season, getting ready for the season, I always like to get ahead, well ahead of the season. And I was shooting a bunch at this time last year in late January. In early February, kind of get my bow dialed right away. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of that. Might be shooting outdoors, might be shooting indoors, whatever I can do and whatever I can film. Basically, you guys are just going to follow me along the journey. Said I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, just going to be talking about the gear that I'm using. If I like it, if I don't like it, pros, cons, stuff like that. So hopefully you follow along. Hopefully you care about my input. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel.